The next chapter of the Dragon Ball Super manga will be the final chapter of the Moro Arc. Goku has achieved perfected Ultra Instinct, and Moro has also gained Ultra Instinct by absorbing Miras's powers, but his body wasn't enough for him to handle it. So in order to have a body that is capable of using God power without exploding, he fused himself with the Earth. And it seems like Goku is pretty much screwed right now. It doesn't seem like he really has any out to defeat Planet Moro, because if he destroys Moro, it could explode the entire world, which could destroy the galaxy. That was Whis' words. Before we dive into some predictions for the next chapter, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. It's free and you can unsubscribe anytime you want. It really tells the algorithm that this is a good video, promoting it more, and it helps me out a lot. So, what are the options to destroy Moro at this point? We know he will be destroyed in the next chapter. I was thinking there is potential for Goku to use a Spirit Bomb, and what if he makes a Genki Dama and he absorbs the energy from the planet, which means he's also absorbing the energy from Moro? Could that potentially be a way that he could gather the energy from the Earth, which would mean gathering Moro's energy and simply destroy him? I think there's a small chance of that. They could do something like use the Dragon Balls, but I think everybody knows, and everybody's pretty sure here, that this is going to be Vegeta's win. As we know, Vegeta has a new technique, as well as several other techniques that he learned on planet Yardrat, but the main one is Forced Spirit Fission. And in his first battle with Moro, after he came back from his training, he was able to hit Moro a few times, and as the battle progressed, it seemed like Vegeta was getting stronger, but it was actually Moro getting weaker, because every time that Vegeta hit Moro, it was releasing the energy that he had taken from other places, and that's what Forced Spirit Fission does. It basically, if there was a fusion, it would split the people apart, and in Moro's case, all the energy he had eaten from planets was being returned to its proper area, even bringing the Namekians back to life. Unfortunately, that didn't bring back all the people and planets he had ever eaten. It seemed to only work on the more recent ones, but in any case, it seems like Vegeta, who didn't even appear in the last chapter or two, he's still there on the sideline somewhere, and it seems like he could just simply use his Forced Spirit Fission technique, punch the ground, and it should separate Moro from planet Earth. And if that happens, I don't know which version of Moro it would be, because if he lands the hit onto Moro, who is fused with 7-3 right now, there is potential that 7-3 could be released, and there's also a small chance that Miras could actually be released as well, even though it's just technically supposed to be his techniques that were copied by Moro 7-3. I have a feeling that they're gonna bring Miras back, because he is Goku's sensei right now. He gave his life very valiantly so that Goku could achieve perfected Ultra Instinct, and maybe he does stay dead, but knowing Dragon Ball Super and how they try to appeal to kids, I have a feeling that they're gonna try and bring back Miras somehow. So what happens when Vegeta punches the planet? Do 3 people pop out? Is it old Goat Moro plus 7-3 plus Miras? Or is it just simply the same version of 7-3 Moro that was fighting Goku in the last chapter? Or does that actually end up just destroying Moro? Does it separate his energy from Earth and just simply kill him off? Which is also a possibility as well. But it seems like Goku really wants to put him back into prison for whatever reason, even though he has the death sentence. We saw in the last chapter Goku really trying to get him to just go back to prison instead of dying, instead of fighting perfect Ultra Instinct Goku and losing. Goku even giving him a Senzu Bean so that he can return to prison, which we all know and agree that was one of the dumbest things they could have done in Dragon Ball Super. But in the end of the day, it didn't really mean anything, because Moro still could have copied Miras' techniques with his separated arm, and I think it would have been pretty much the same outcome. So I think how the next chapter is going to go down is basically Goku's going to be desperate, maybe dodging Moro's attacks, probably kicking himself just like Gohan did versus Cell when Cell blew up or tried to blow up and Goku teleported him away to King Kai's planet. It's probably going to be just a similar flashback, because we know this is pretty much a paper copy of the Cell arc at this point. So I assume Goku will be kicking himself for not just destroying Moro right there, just like Gohan had the opportunity to, and then lo and behold, Vegeta's going to pop out and start punching the ground. And as soon as he does that, you're probably going to see Moro evaporate into dust or be separated from Earth and just be taken out to prison. Or Vegeta may just say, you know, screw you, and just kill Moro right there, which would actually be cool. But it appears very blatantly here that the key to defeating Moro is obviously Vegeta, which will give Vegeta a win. although it's definitely not the win that we had all hoped and desired. The Vegeta training on Yardrat was a huge stepping stone for the Dragon Ball franchise and for Dragon Ball fans. This is something that we had hoped and wished that Vegeta would finally do, be able to learn some techniques that would put him ahead or at least equal to Goku. And he was able to learn instantaneous movement. He was able to learn spirit control way more than even Goku, allowing him to get a huge boost in power, so much so that he just pointed at an enemy and it rocketed out this gigantic energy blast. So we were led to believe that he was going to get this just unfathomable power boost, as well as an array of new techniques, such as potentially growing large, making duplicates of himself, healing, instantaneous movement, and forced spirit vision. Now, he very well may have gotten all of those extra techniques, plus some that maybe they never even told us about that we could see in the future of Dragon Ball Super. I think there's always going to be this card in the back of Toyotaro's pocket where whenever Vegeta's fighting an opponent, he could pull out some technique, some random technique, and just simply say, oh yeah, this is something I learned on Yardrat. But we had hoped for so much more from Vegeta. He was supposed to get a massive power boost, and it showed during his training that he did get this power boost, yet when he came to fight against Moro, you saw Gohan say it's the same form he used at the Tournament of Power, nothing has really changed. And so as he went to fight Moro, it didn't seem like he got any power boost at all. He was just simply using Forced Spirit Vision to weaken Moro, and eventually Moro was able to escape, fuse with 7-3, and take down Vegeta. So in terms of power, it doesn't seem like Vegeta got any power boost at all. They did not acknowledge it as he was fighting Moro, even though they kinda did during his training on Yardrat. So now he's basically leagues behind Goku, and I don't see any way of him really getting a solid win over Goku against a major villain. I could see him taking the win here by simply punching the earth and finishing Moro off, but that's mostly due to the work of Miras and Goku. So even though Vegeta may technically get the win and, kill off Moro, it's kind of a non-satisfactory win for us fans. We wanted to see Vegeta defeat Moro himself, and when he fought with Forced Spirit Fission, it was the perfect opportunity to end the arc right there, and then they could have given Goku Mastered Ultra Instinct at a later arc. For whatever reason, Toyotaro decided to screw over Vegeta yet again, and it doesn't seem like us fans are really going to get a true W from Vegeta. Now that Goku has Mastered Ultra Instinct, a form which an angel told him nobody can defeat, what is Vegeta even going to do besides sit on the sidelines with Piccolo, Gohan, and company, narrate for us, and potentially come out with a technique like Forced Spirit Vision to use to help Goku in the future? It seems like the Dragon Ball Super has been the Goku and Vegeta show, but now it is simply the Goku show. Like, nobody else is even remotely close to Goku, and no villains that we know of either. So what is Vegeta doing? Is he a sideline character now? Now, just about every form that Goku has ever gotten throughout Dragon Ball, with the exception of his Kaioken levels of forms, Vegeta has gotten as well, so maybe Vegeta will get Ultra Instinct in the future, but he'll still probably be behind Goku. I don't see how he could get that form and compete with Goku, and if there's two Saiyans with Mastered Ultra Instinct, what kind of enemy could ever go up against that? Toyotaro seems to continuously write himself deeper and deeper into a hole, making Goku impossibly strong to defeat and turning Vegeta into a simple sideline character who just can't catch up. So even though Vegeta may technically take the W in this arc and end up killing Moro, unless he also gets Mastered Ultra Instinct, he's basically just a sideline character now. Goku is just simply way too strong, so if they introduce an enemy that's even stronger than Mastered Ultra Instinct, or someone that gives Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku a challenge in the future in the next arc, which will start in December of this year, Vegeta will simply not be able to do a damn thing against an opponent like that. I guess they could take Mastered Ultra Instinct away from Goku somehow. What if the Omni King is like, oh, you don't deserve the power of the gods, and strips it from him, right? Like, there is some chance of that. Maybe somebody uses the Dragon Balls to take it away from Goku, or maybe Goku simply gets removed from the series, but I doubt all of those things. I think it's just plain and simple. It's it for Vegeta. He's now the new Piccolo, essentially, on the sidelines. And this means that this very well may be Vegeta's last win he ever gets in Dragon Ball, unless he eventually catches up to Goku, but this is probably his last shot at getting any sort of W in the series by separating Moro from planet Earth with Forced Spirit Vision and then potentially just killing him off. We'll have to see what Toyotarou does in the future of the series. We'll get to see the new arc start in December of this year, and maybe he does have some things in his pocket for what he can do with Vegeta, but it's not looking too bright for us Vegeta fans right now. I'm Mastar, I'll see you guys on the next video.